Okay, so here we want to be able to solve an absolute value inequality. So when we're looking at this guy right here, I can see that both of these dots are placed at the same number. They're just opposite. So I can see that both of them are placed at 2 and -2. So when I'm looking at this, I also want to remember with ands or ors, what's the difference? So please remember that if I have a less than, that means I'm dealing with an and if I have a greater than, that means I'm dealing with an or. And is everything that's on top of each other and typically looks like this. Ors go on the outside and look something like that. So when I'm looking at this guy on the left, I can tell it's an and statement. So I'd go absolute value of x is less than, and then I do the positive number, which would be 2. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and put right here is absolute value of x is less than 2, which we can check. Okay, so if I'm looking at this again, I can see that I've got the number, it can also be less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. Sorry, I should have stated that. Last time, because it was an open circle, that's why we just did less than. We can see in this case that once again we do have an and statement because everything's in between the dots. So I know it's absolute value of x. My dots are closed, so that means I know I have less than or equal to. And then when I'm looking at this, I can see that I have -4 and +4. So that means I have the same number. So I just write the number 4 because we always write the positive number. So I go absolute value of x is less than or equal to 4, which we can check. Okay, and doing this one more time, I can see they're going in opposite directions, so that's an or, and I can see that they do have open circles, so that means that it's just going to be a greater than. I do see that both of them are at -7 and 7, so since they're at the same number, I just put the 7, and I write absolute value of x on the other side. So absolute value of x is greater than 7, which we can check. Okay, and that's how you can write an absolute value when given the graph.